Welcome everyone to another amazing live stream, live fixing one of the 161, not making this shit up. I actually grabbed, uniqued and word count that just before this live stream. My recurrent criticism of Rust and Cargo, yes, the language has some amazing features, but I'm not getting the warmest with it. Way too many issues for me, implementation deficiencies. Also, I'm not a fan of this on-the-fly loaded from the internet micro dependencies, and 161 are certainly my opinion, also with some duplicates, way too many for something like Cargo. With that being said, they usually build as setup and patched and stuff in T2, except when they fail, like the latest and greatest RISCV 32-bit, which we now support because obviously we support everything 30 plus, I think nearly 32, between ARM and RISCV 64, but RISCV fails, and you will not believe how. This is the whole reason why I do this show here, this recurring IT code therapy live on this channel, because stuff otherwise people would not freaking believe it. TM. Cool, this also fails. Okay, we could skip because we multitask here as usual. Who cares about some provisioning on the Octane, SG Octane or similar such stuff for now. But RISCV. So RISCV. All right, I grabbed this just because this is ARM64 because that build, and I grabbed the micro dependencies. What failed is RISCV Cargo. But did I? Oh yeah, I grabbed the right one. And so Cargo fails, not making this stuff up. Some errors have been detailed explanations. E0425, E0532. For more information about an error, try rust c -- explain and so on. Could not compile Rustix due to previous errors. Warning, build has failed. It's like error, first error, and then warning, build has failed. It's like, you're no kidding. If you first tell me freaking error, could not compile, and then warning. But again, anyway, failed to compile, also Cargo. So what is the freaking error? You will not freaking believe that. TM. Probably I should freaking trademark all sanities. Unresolved import here in, is it sec2 or wait, which one of this even failed? Oh, so right, there are two. One is Rustix, both are Rustix, libc.io, syscalls, and that is a recurring real showstopper for me. And each time, again, 161 freaking crazy size chunks, not making this nonsense up. OpenSSL, rand core, error norm, yes, I understand, but there's also freaking a limit of VTE. There is a limit of all this stuff you can build into Rust and Cargo. And then the code is written so that it doesn't even freaking build for all. So maybe there is just, or probably, not maybe, probably, in my experience, there's probably just some defines missing. But then again, then they should have had some infrastructure to cbindgen that even, yes, they have cbindgen, I'm aware of all the stuff, they also have Rust bindgen. Then they should have implemented this. This Rust is not a hobby garage project, it's a 10 years old, supposedly sophisticated, with 10,000 fanboys out there who applaud Rust is the one and only, and I have to recurrently reality check that it has way too many issues for me that I see daily, right? I tried to adapt it years ago. It was a huge investment for me, easily a month of, was it 48, 160 hours or whatever, a month over 3 years, plus even more, getting all this stuff, cross-compiling, and so on. And then the latest and greatest architecture, it again fails. So let's take a look if we can somehow make this work. And the problem is also the way this is usually written also. I don't have this. Leave in the comments below, yes, there are those Rust fans. Leave in the comments below, yes, share, like, subscribe, comment and comment more if you're a Rust fanboy, and saying that is the greatest invention since sliced bread, and the steam engine or whatever. Leave in the comments below. But it is what it is. Also, patches welcome. Also, if you're a Rust fanboy, you could obviously have built T2 full architectures and fixed it already. Obviously, you want your most lovely language to work for everything. TM. Keep on error, yes, please. Clean that once more, not to have too much lingering stuff. That is billing, because that is MIP64. Cheers. And of course, this live stream, as well as all the work, is sponsored by your Patreon and stuff, and my company Exacode, doing amazing solutions that usually just work every day for 15 years already, including one of the most amazing embedded Linux solutions. So, code fixing time. And so the ridiculous thing is also, in my opinion, that is also the stuff, I mean, not only, so many things could be better. Yes, some people love micro dependencies. I don't love them because these are just too many, too fine-grained stuff. And in my opinion, they should also be built once and installed once and not rebuilt. That's also the issue, right? Recurring issue, recurrently many issues with Rust and Cargo. This stuff should be built once into the system and not each freaking Rust, Cargo, Alacrity, sim provisioning tools, Rust format, Clippy, and now the Linux kernel should not rebuild all the stuff, including libgit and stuff. There should be a Rust crypto library and so on, and not this. Because the issue is also that probably these obscure features like X2, so they wrap this around your brain. They have here lib raw system call ext4 IOC resize file system. So they built in file system resize stuff in the 161 micro dependencies of freaking Cargo. Why? I understand it's some generic library, but there are certainly too many 161 generic micro dependency libraries. Anyway, enough from explaining the background and frustration and stuff, probably. Let's go on and fix this. Wait, did I really live stream? I think I have a wrong live stream settings for some reason. This is somehow visibility members for public. There you go. Then also more people tune in. So that was not intentionally. So, and the other is also fig clone watch, which whatever. Okay, let's first do the other. So Cargo, and how did we build this? Usually we log this with running. Cargo install, of course, with this target, of course, obviously. So that is, let's fix file this. Let's see where this stuff is coming from. Cargo vendor 384. Oh, wonderful. If not, okay, so this is actually good to know. The only thing is, if they have here fix Linux ROS for Spark. That is interesting. So that is good to learn, so that we know how this works. It is of course somewhat crazy to mix all the stuff together. Android Linux here, Redux OS, fuzzy there. It's like, so config any target arch this or that. So I mean, it looks a little bit, so they didn't special case. So how this works is that it's supposed to be defined in Linux ROS calls, which it isn't for that, for RISC-V. Okay, there is Linux ROS system calls. Okay, they don't have, apparently, I mean, they should be mostly quite similar. So maybe we can just copy that if we are lucky. Because they have RISC-V32 though. Oh, did I not enter that? Where am I now? Somehow I believe I entered that wrong. Do we build this with RISC? Alright, this really doesn't match. Yeah, why this stuff is incomplete. I mean, then ideally this should also not be hard-coded in some Rust library. This should also, as I said, cbind gen there's certainly many more technologically advanced solutions than yeah. Well, what is even in there if this is so empty? Automatically generate by Rust. Why is this freaking empty? Watson, Sherlock, Doctor, I rest my case. Yeah, you had one job. I think I work around this by suffix file of IOCTLs and then copy the whole RISC-V 64. It's hopefully mostly the same. That might fix the other, but yeah, I have no further questions. I mean, why this low quality stuff is in there done like this. This still doesn't work. Doesn't fit clone. Why does this not work? How do we build? Do we build? Okay, we build actually with a RISC-V 32. That is good. So either this, okay, they have here lib, so maybe they, do they even have RISC-V 32? There is something. Target arch RISC-V set is error now. This is all, I find this insane. This is not config feature IOCTL target arch IOCTLR. Not really sure why this doesn't work like this. Hotfix patch RISC-V. Wait, we have this as RISC-V. Let's try that again and hope that rebuilds something. You know, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Okay, this still didn't. It is always possible that they have multiple versions of this bloody micro dependency. So why does this not? Did it, by the way? No, this is still. There's still fig clone of FE clone, not fig clone. Or do we need? I mean, we just copied the whole RISC-V. Wait, is this? What have I done here? Why does this not show up? Vendor Linux raw. Did I not copy that? Did we patch that wrong? Wait, why is this empty? Did I? Maybe I copied this to the wrong. Or no, I shouldn't. What have I done? Not really sure what I had done now. Did I type something wrong? I local this. Too stupid to use my own functions. Are you currently live on this channel? What was the okay? MIPS 64 build other, but 66 MIPS 32 also failed. Cargo? How does cargo fail for MIPS 32? And which other things failed for? Or was it? Maybe this was it. Soft float. I think I had somewhere a soft float issue. Size. Wait, size. Yeah, I have there also Rust. Okay, we don't have Rust. It certainly explains why. Some architecture had some mix with soft float, soft versus hard float. That might have been that one here. Okay, that still does not magically fix it. I would also thought that cargo does proper dependency tracking and rebuilding. You would at least hope for this massive effort. Or is now only fig clone left? Is it one or two? And why does this not scroll properly? Syscall whatever. Three, five. Okay, they have enabled this on MIPS and power once libc is updated. But what did we do? We wanted, okay, here's unsafe IOCTL, so what failed here? Usually IOCTL consider importing this constant. Yeah, please, but why is it not? I believe for RISC-V it builds, so why does... This is so simple code, how does it fail? If not any of those, but we are not any of those, we are RISC-34. Yeah, in my opinion, this code is not amazing, and working with this code is even less amazing. Cannot find fig clone in module C. It is libc fig or f. What is this even? Clone entire files. Amazing system calls we have. So the microcode. If a file system supports file shared physical storage between multiple files, references as IOCTL operate can some of the data sharing is underlying, so copy on write. Wonderful. So we don't have here C fig file. So somehow where was that? Do we have this twice? We have here indeed arch generic. This is only arch generic. Oh, that is indeed only, okay. You can't make this shit up, it's so ridiculous. Why? Also, they have like one huge table. Is it not in the other bloody table? This is so, I mean, they pretend to be the most professionals that got sent to Earth to save all IT and programmers from all coding errors, and then I only have to deal with such low quality bullshit here. It's freaking defined in, okay, it's another freaking micro dependency. So the problem is apparently that one is Linux ROSys and the other is libc. You would think that they would have like one freaking Linux ROSys thing and you would reuse it, but apparently not. Your open codes is like, we live in the 80s, but when I would call this Windows 3.1 Windows 3 quality kind of garbage code. But what do I know? It's probably the same, so it's probably fine. Did I fix file diff? Or hopefully... Oh no, I probably did not. Oh shit, I didn't. Why do I even use fix file? I think like doing that twice. But yeah, at the forefront of technology. Nobody going where nobody else has done this Rust and Cargo. RISC-V, 32, MIP 64. possibilities are endless. Let's freaking hope. Oh, this is still config if. I mean, this, I'm not a fan of the syntax. So we have here one system call stuff for half of them. Pub const if I clone, so, you know, don't tell me that is even somewhere else. Here is some Android constants. I mean, it matches, or is it, wait, we have here source, Unix, Linux-like, also Linux-like, it's like, who freaking calls it freaking Linux-like? Why is this in here? Also, this was one MIPS and stuff and PowerPC and stuff. Why does this again not blend? Try this again from scratch. Who knows what this cargo stuff is doing. Welcome everyone. Yeah, welcome to another amazing technology thread. This is why we don't have nice things. Rust is here to save us all, yet they re-implement everything as shitty as we always done, just as shitty implemented as we always done, just a little bit memory safer. And all bugs from starting bug fixing from zero. You can never fix stuff enough. You have fixed it once in glibc, you have fixed it again in uselibc, if you implement it again in userlibc. Now you fix it in Rust and Go. Oh my god. And not found, so yeah, I got that you didn't find this, but why the heck TM? I would hope it's not using Android. So we have that in this one. What is here? There is some cargo stuff. That is target build. Here is more though. Potentially maybe. We have Rustix IOCTL. Is that here? Share data. Alias. Backend Linux raw. We have that here also again. Don't tell me. Or is it Rustix? Maybe it is here. Yeah, oops. Only really some typo. Yeah, of course we have that here again. Okay, this is only use. This is only use Linux roses IOCTL. Where does it even fail? I know why this one didn't fail in Rustix. It failed in. Also, what did this build do? Was that this did not execute successfully? Yes, this looks like there's a freaking error, I believe. Static assertion soft FPA BI not compatible with GCC, and so we probably need to tweak the configuration a little bit after we figure out what's going on with this bloody system call. For which, if it would not be so late, I would need 1930. You know what? I think I have Mate tea in the fridge. Wait a second, this is, I'm also recurring theme, I should read this stuff closer, so wait a second. Or is it another, I'm losing overview, is this now, wait, the other one was libc. Okay, pro tip to myself, actually read, don't try to do it faster than my eyes and brain can process it, and actually read the freaking shit I'm trying to fix, because, wait, what is, if not any of those, then so, because they say here, did they not say raw? Use Linux raw, oh, wait a second, if you import clone refer to directly, see, fig clone as, Also, they said Rust error messages are more amazing and helpful than G++, but it's like, so cfig clone, let's, so I should probably pronounce it differently, fi clone. Yeah, so that is C. Where is the C? So this should be, so they are use super C. There is where this C is coming from. But that doesn't sound, where is the freaking render? Is it, then should this be called C? No. Shit, where is this coming from? But it probably can't, so how does it work with that one? I hate when stuff is not obvious. This is a little bit strange. So if we use libc, oh, maybe here's something. Here are some things. Actually, here IOCTL features. So maybe this feature is disabled because it's. Yeah, it is so amazing and obvious, right? It is. And then without freaking new lines, right? That if you diff it, you have the full bloody 280 character or whatever. Actually, we can check that. 480 freaking characters. You can't make this shit up. You have the rule for like normal people would new line that, but making patches even more annoying. That is why this amazing stuff doesn't work. So target arch equals. Oh, so why does it need freaking? Did they not say it's the most amazing programming language since freaking sliced bread, and then you need to escape quotes here like we are shell programming or what? Did they ever peer review this bloody language for other people who are not getting insane with this stuff? Yeah, here's dependency Linux row system call. Do they have this morphed in here? Extra. I mean, maybe we don't need all this extra shit. Probably, maybe, potentially. There's error now, though. There was more. Oh shit! It is all over the place. Oh. Who said this was amazing? It could have been so simple, but this is the recurring theme. But I'm personally, maybe it is a big. Okay, cool. Now we get even more errors. Maybe we should try a different strategy and just disable the feature that we probably don't need, because I'm getting a little bit increasingly tired of patching this complex shit. Oh wait, I also actually did this wrong. But it is irrelevant for this. Let's see if we can disable these features that are probably not used. Nothing like scratching. NetBeastie Toaster hates Rust. Yeah, I mean, I love memory safety, right? I founded my company for my Exa code. I just, this, in my opinion, I'm really sorry. People will help me. People will hate me, and the haters will, the fanboys will come after me and call me a hater. I'm founded my Exa code company, even freaking named it, and not yesterday, even before the freaking creation of Rust. We wanted to write better code and stuff, and in C++ instead of C, and with the STL, with all manual pointer fiddling stuff. Been there, done that professionally since 2005 or so, and that's not it, right? I've seen a lot, but this is purely annoying. This is, I don't know what is wrong with them. I understand. I understand a lot of reasoning, but for me it doesn't click, right? It is annoying from the beginning to the end. It is a pure time waster for me. And not even the freaking memory borrow checker or a general borrow checker, which is actually amazing, obviously, but all the rest of the bloody infrastructure stings. It's a young language of a decade old, and to me all this infrastructure is a rotten cloud, dysfunctional rotten cloud garbage. I'm really sorry to say that, but I really tried. I just want like, and also it's not MIPS, like it's freaking late state of the art RISC-V, yes, 32-bit, but hey, on embedded you probably want to use 32-bit, right? On your, do you Rust fanboys not want to use Rust for microcontrollers and processors and stuff? 32-bit MCUs. You would think they would do it, like on your freaking FPGA, right? Previous live stream. I need something to cool down. Pro tip number 666, hydration. Actually, you know what? Let's maybe. I think this fixed one error, right? Let's not make it too hard for us. Actually, let's restore. This was stupid. Let's move this back so that it works. I just renamed it so that it's not functional. The only thing. Oops. Let's probably delete this for a second. We can restore that if we want to. I believe this potentially fixed a build error, one of the two, as far as I remember. Sorry. Alright, this is a float. Yeah. Yeah, what would just work in C, because I mean I'm not even my whole life I never liked C. It was always too unsafe, like even when I was freaking 16. It's like when I was 16, like who would want to use low quality language like C? But I'm only saying in C this would not only just work because you would have user include this IOCTL or whatever, or Linux or ASM or generic. It would also be a one-line freaking fix, right? And if you would want to hit this somewhere, it's 30 minutes, and this getting from one thing to another thing. So are we down to just one, or due to previous, is that one, or is that... Wait, okay, let's see if we can, as a maybe easier fix, try to disable that. Probably don't need that, like, I mean, in a non-nice way. Actually, you know what, let's say, okay, only Android gets this for now. Let's hope it's not needed. Oh, there is still some Rustics 137. Surely they will not. Androids. I wonder, can we use? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's surely it will probably not be used. Don't tell me they use it somewhere. But yeah, this is so ridiculous. It's like also like failing with even not even freaking used shit. So did I clean? I still had that here. Is this a whole source, or is it okay? That is a whole. Although maybe it is. Can we clang? Which clang? Wait, this is also... Why is this not the... Wait, what is going on here? also type. Why is this not MIP64? Oh wait, is it? Maybe it's not enabled by. Interesting. Okay, but wait, Rust does by default not use Clang, they use LLVM. I believe. Okay, let's use the T2 infrastructure. Otherwise, I will regret it. Hey, we YOLO'd and quirked it. Fix file diff. Let's disable this shit for good for hotfix. And then you can run cargo on your RISC-V small board computer if you wanted to. So let's Control-C that. Let's check on a similar related issue with Rust and MIP64. So where would that be? That would be, okay, let's grab for MIP60. Well, it's a little bit much. This is also compiled. Let's remove the object here. Let's grab that again without all the objective stuff. So what I then usually do in this unit test, and it's already less. Is this tool test? So what, do we need tools? Also, yeah, like utils and tools. Don't need that. Name of science and there's some more tests. And so let's see where the CMake. So I'm looking for soft float. Okay, that's also not OpenMP. Okay, there might be something. That's not okay. We don't want micromips. Target description. Maybe target parser triple potentially. Actually looks quite good. Let's check. Where's my phone? So they say soft. It's not soft float here immediately. What do they have for MIPS? 64. Oops, MIPS. I mean, it is still possible. Is it possible? Of course it's possible that we. So how could we best? Okay, let's. So yeah, then our RISC-V 32 support is also pretty complete. It's nothing like shipping in one of the most amazing new distributions, incomplete, not supporting every detail and stuff. Like if you wanted to build a laptop or gaming console or a thin client with the RISC-V 32-bit implementation on the FPGA or stuff, or just your $1 overseas ASIAN RISC-V 32-bit MCU. Obviously, or run it in QEMU or other such stuff. Yeah, Rust. Let's restore this MIPS sensor. Let's consider like as we're done with RISC-V 32, MIPS 64. But wait a second. Did we fully build that? Okay, let's first restore this log file. And then I wonder, did MIPS sell? So that should be one Rust build, two Rust build. I mean, obviously, it's one of the most amazing Linux distributions. What would you expect? Maybe we don't build, maybe I built MIPS cell, not to build every, oh no, we do build. Right, otherwise this is MIPS EB, this is why, although it's a little bit, okay. What is with this Rust? Ah, rust error. What's going on here? Oh wait, which is... Ah, okay, so endiness big fails, both fail the same. So interesting. MIP cell works and 32-bit as well as... what is it trying? Linking MIPS ISA. Okay, this is trying to link MIPS 8000 with MIPS ISA 32R2. So yeah, that is not ideal. That is obviously not going. I mean, it's nice from the totally not complaining, much better than segmentation fault and insertion. That is how it should be. And freaking pro tip, proper diagnostics, right? We don't need to guess and from asserts and stuff. Clear error messages, highly appreciated. So what do we even, okay, what do we build? Maybe I built this actually for old fashions. It could be, maybe I build MIPS, probably build MIP cell for, like you will build this for MIPS 4, like you would, and MIP cell I probably built for MIPS R32. Why even R2? Interesting. Not sure why I built this for R2, but I do. It was MIPS and one RISCV. 10 threads we only need. Let's change, let's background that and config. Oh, this failed. Oh, right, because the patch is garbage, but that is fine. Let's change that because we want to build it faster in a second to parallel 32 obviously, and then patch that. This is also silly, right? In my this is hard code, like recurring theme, right? Rust and cargo are not as amazing as I wish it were, but it isn't. Again, maybe it is the biggest mistake of my life, not endorsing and getting into, like, maybe I would earn good consulting. I mean, as broken and difficult as it is, and getting memory safety and stuff right, maybe I should specialize on Rust and probably earn easily 6 digits easier than live on YouTube. But share, like, and subscribe and comment below. Find all, I always forget the passes are so long. MIPS whatever or underscore. Compiler Rust, yeah, it's this one. It is hilarious that this is hard coded. This should either be, yeah, maybe it should be LLVM default or stuff, like, but you need to you need to make it LLVM Clang and Zing or GCC and then Zig and Go and Swift, and it's amazing times to be alive. Fix file. So that would be MIPS unknown, Linux, GNU, theoretically all, but mostly we care about this today. And Arch. So here I believe MIPS 4 we do, and so that would not be this. Oh, actually, what do we do with these bloody features? MIPS. Do we have any other? Also, we have 630. Yeah, thank you very much. Fading Vodafone garbage doxes. 630 freaking failed drop frames. Oh, amazing. Yeah, so here's MIPS ISA 32 and stuff. So much to that amazingness. Actually, here is some MIPS cell. Maybe we can copy some features from that, because that truly, hopefully, probably isn't. Features. Ah, it has features plus soft float. Huh. So, how can we have features none? Do we have anywhere, or can we just leave it out? Plus there is an empty feature, or is there a new line? Ah, it's a new line. So yeah, I don't remember if the features can be empty. Maybe let's delete it if we need it. we can anyway re-edit. MIPS 4, is it MIPS 4? Wait, MIPS 3? Do they support MIPS 3? What do we build? I mean, yeah, theoretically this should be in Zinc. I'm already happy if it works for my configuration, and if someone has another embedded target and paste me stuff or sends a patch. Theoretically this should be dynamically tweaked to match the configuration, but comment there, to be honest, they hate micro dependencies. Yeah, totally agree. I don't get it, right? As a developer, it's like it was never sitting, and I was never in my life in 25 years sitting in, like, not in DOS, not in Windows 3. My first Windows, probably Windows. Yeah, my first Windows 3.0 or 3.11, something. Never, like when you had Borland Turbo Assembler and Turbo Pascal, which I grew up with. Not on Windows NT 3, 4, Windows Visual CL. Like, not once in my freaking life was I sitting and, like, as a developer, it's like, hey, I want freaking more dependencies. Like, I want, like, you remember DLL dependency hell, Linux SO dependency hell, other libjpeg, libset, libset ng, libjpeg turbo, X11 Valent, like, was it, or old-fashioned libxt toolkits, motive, lestive, was it ever like, hey, God, give me more freaking dependency hell? It's like, yes, please, yes. I really don't get it. And you could maybe say this is like a management issue of not wanting to have like a dozen properly, like, some sort of libc, some sort of Unicode. I understand there need to be some libraries, but 161 are, in my opinion, 150 too many. Hate me, comment, dislike, like, share, like, subscribe. I don't care. That is what it is. So what did we build? MIPS 4, which even for GC, what was it even? MIPS 3.4, which was the first 64-bit? Was MIPS 4 already? For what was this target even intended? MIPS 4, I mean, so this was, what am I even patching? Now I'm patching MIPS 4. Was it not already 64-bit? Also not really the, I think I wanted more like Wikipedia summary. Is the fourth version, yeah, obviously, fourth is the fourth version. R8000, Silicon Graphic, yada yada, this must long have been, why do I even build for that? Or maybe I built for that because it is the first supported by LVM. Yeah, whatever. As long as it first builds, you can always YOLO more shit later. Yeah, let's see if that fixes something. So, what did I do? That would be MIPS patch, I believe. Was it RISCV? Probably it was. Yeah, it was RISCV. So good. So far so good. Let's try to build it. And we have MIPS 64. What did I do there? MIPS 64. Okay, we have an empty features. Actually, we could. So I have also, for some reason, MIPS 4 here. We could try to modify this in line for empty, not defined feature, just in case. And what did I do with MIPS 64 and 32? Okay, we completely redefined that. But this is defined. Oh wait, the problem here was soft float. Why does it do soft float? Pointer width. Did I copy this stuff? Hopefully hopefully from somewhere reasonable. ABI and 32. Okay, the features here is, unless we need hard float. I mean, this will probably not change anything. Unless we need features hard float for. Oh wait, did I even build the right thing now? Oh right, shit, I mangled that. Nothing right. Doing this live on YouTube. So we might need to redo that. It might need features hard float because it obviously didn't link. Do we build with parallel 32? Yes, we do. Let's go enter here. This will anyway fail most likely because we didn't change anything substantial yet. Let's check this features here for soft float, and okay, some have actually soft float here. Actually, here is some MIPS. Okay, here they have soft float. MIPSEL, for example. Oh, this is Musel. MIPSEL on. Okay, this is MIPSEL on. Here they also have soft float. Do they call this then hard float? Okay, hard float they do not. Do you need then minus? Okay, this needs to be escape because obviously. Okay, don't have that though. Then I would hope. The question is, where are those features translated? Burak agrees, rather than having hundreds of macro dependencies would be beneficial to having something like boost Apache comments, reduce any dependencies would be great. Yeah, something of that sort. Here in UEFI they have soft float. Built suspiciously long. Let's see where they use soft float. They must translate that somewhere. Okay, that is just in specs. That are quite some. Okay, this failed already as expected. Here are specs. This is only in specs, so the question is, does it? So I don't see any only declarative use here. Although it might be somewhere in lib. I think they have libcc or whatever. Or when do they have rendered? Of course, they have render here. libfi manager OpenSSL. Do they have LLVM? Probably have that here somewhere. Yeah, source OEM project. Here is MIPS Arch tree, LLD Arch, MIPS Arch tree. They have here, oh, this is minus M soft float though, not directly soft float. Soft float, maybe that goes directly into a string, as safe borrowed string. There is use soft float. Okay, this is WSM. Built-in stuff. Yeah, here are some things that look suspiciously. OEM test code gen, like those features. Okay, this is still ongoing. So yes, this was MIPS 32, or we should check. Although I believed I had checked that we produce hard float, but there's always a possibility for misconfiguration. configuration with all these complexities. MIPS, processing. Software, where is it even? That is built in. This is in oh wait, this is in compiler RT? Oh darn. Oh wait a second, this is not even in. I should more often read the freaking error messages. I thought I naturally, yeah, this is, I should think less and read freaking more. That is a little bit. Alright, colon soft. If clang GNU-CC GCC uses a special libgcc comp return mode. Size of GCC comp. Soft FP ABI not compatible with GCC. What the heck? Arch GCC overrides. Interesting. Where do they? So they compile source of GCC comp result. Okay, MIPS. Hey, we fixed at least the MIPS 32 big endian default shittiness there, incompatibility. GCC DME. Do we have that here? No. FP lib H. What do we need to include for that? FP lib H. Yes, something. Maybe this stuff at least. Oh, you know what? We could probably. Can we? Or you know what? We can. Let's try to pre-process that bloody file. Single precision, quad must be defined. Ah, wonderful. D double precision. It's still not freaking defined TM. Oh wait, this is on. Yeah, shit, where is this shit coming from? I mean, I could potentially, let's see how much, this is of course not a proper fix. I mean, it is, so which is it even? Actually, here's some single define, which is defined. Where even was, here, FP compare, inc. I mean, we could test something like if defined or defined. We do MIPS, right? MIPS 64, I would hope. Could even try if this magically fixes that. You never know. Wait, it failed in configure? Wait, no, what have we? Oh, no. We probably have run XPI build, didn't we? Okay, this still fails. Okay, this didn't fix something. Let's patch that away and see how much other stuff built. Also, it might crash and catch fire. I'm just curious how much other, like, if everything else is okay, if that is if that is our only issue, that I need to go meditate eventually. Okay, it is not. ABI is incompatible with the selected emulation. Who is surprised? But that might be a better indication of who is even complaining? Is GCC complaining? Yeah, linking with MIPS 64 and stuff. CC. So they say this is incompatible. I only do this again in the hope that I can better without scrolling. This is always a bit annoying. Which build is that even now here? MIPS did this. Or did I not build the rest? Because I probably didn't continue after failed. Hey, and that worked. Please that. So what does, let's hope. Okay, this is 64-bit MSB MIPS 64 release 2. Not sure if that is. Although 64-bit might be. No, I think that is not the right one. We somehow must configure there's something wrong stuff. Let's test that. So how I usually test that is MIPS 64 and stuff GCC, and then that's why we have our archive of Hello World stuff here. And let's compile that, and then we have hello O. And yeah, so this says, okay, actually this says something entirely different. This I thought it might say 64 because it's N32, but okay, this is already wrong. So yeah, that is entirely wrong. How did this happen? Let's debug. MIPS 64 target. We should build with MIPS 64 T2 Linux GNU ABI N32. Why does this? Maybe it was with bloody underscores. Obviously, it's probably with bloody underscores. Yeah, here's this spec. We have here ABI N32. Does it not freaking work? MIPS 64. Pointer with 32. Arch with, it should be MIPS 64. ABI N32. I would say that looks correct. What is going on here? Okay, this fails now, thank you very much. There's always something. Tunnel compiler error. USB disconnect. Not sure. Okay, fine. But we don't have a. What's going on there? It was. What was it even? What did we build? MIPS. Touch build MIPS. Unless it's a real bug. Overclocking goodness. So, why does this not work? Alright, we should check LLVM. They have here. Where was it? Source LVM? Yeah. Do they have ABI N60? Was it ABI N64? Wait, N32. Oh, what do I even do here? No, they have N32. At Here's some GNU. Do we need GNU ABI in 32? Maybe this... Oh, starts with... Maybe this doesn't match. Why does it not freaking error out when it doesn't freaking match TN? Let's see if that is all we need to... And yeah, the software is so complex. You would always say like, what John Cormack says he steps. I find it a little bit... Okay, I should probably first test it. I read once from John Cormack that he said once he writes code and always steps through it, which I have never done. I never needed it like that. I'm not sure if that means I write better codes than John Cormack. Probably not. Although that was another time and decades ago. But this stuff is so complex. You cannot just step through there. I would actually usually wish I could, and I maybe actually should work on like some graphical full whole system debugger. Did it say GNU ABI? Did I copy that? GNU ABI in 32. I believe that is... Yeah, so much to memory safety and stuff, and then it still builds without matching anything. Although that is certainly more LVM's fault. Yeah, stepping through... Oh, actually, there we built Go. Although, actually, yeah, that is a problem, right? Now, we have so many languages and that Go magically matches that CPU architecture. The chances are probably zero. But that is something for another day. I especially recently wondered if I not should create some kind of full system debug thing. The problem in this case, of course, that there are so many different programs, libraries, like each time I need to look into something else, right? And then the stuff is also so complex, and like hundreds, if not thousands or 10,000s of things are built and run, that at the end of the day, you can hardly, if at all, I mean, you know, nothing is actually, I don't even have my studio freaking light on. My recycled LED light bulb on a lab power supply, man. Why is nobody screaming about subpar lighting here? Yeah. Nothing is impossible. Of course it's possible, but it's just extremely difficult. And what I usually resolve, like if I need to analyze interactions of stuff, I usually fall back to S-trace. Actually, speaking of S-trace, is there a new version that data usually doesn't catch because I was X2. Oh, okay, right, obviously text and stuff. No, not yet. Okay, this still doesn't work, but it's probably something of that sort. Is it still the same? Actually, it might have failed, did not execute. Okay, it failed again with this. I didn't save that because I wanted to check if it magically maybe worked, but of course not. Yeah, and this is how you can spend all your lifetime fixing others people. Totally amazing infrastructure. Okay, this still doesn't work. Is this still incompatible? So this is probably... I'm a little bit suspicious that this didn't have any effects. So this is still the wrong MIPS 64 release. Somehow it's using an entirely wrong... I have the suspicion it is... Or do I maybe have a typo in... I have this code here to base on another architecture. Maybe I have a typo in there. MIPS 64. I have a MIPS 64 unknown Linux. Unknown Linux GNU API. Okay, we base on this. Okay, we base on this GNU API 64. and patch that a bit too. This is just not to have a full patch, and potentially if they change something, get their changes. GNU ABI N32 GNU ABI. I would think that looks. Do we have more 64-bit YOLO in here, or not that we override there some MIPS 64? No. MIPS 64 T2. MIPS 64 Linux GNU ABI. MIP 64 GNU ABI and 32 target opt some 3 host. Running map stuff, all 3 function sections. Okay, this is very early in the build. Yeah, I mean, maybe we don't need to patch this if that would match more proper. Would this already build some Rust? Yeah, okay, this build stage 0 to stage 2, and then x64 unknown Linux GNU to MIP 64 T to Linux GNU ABI and 32. Why does this not work? I mean, it should. MIP 64 T2 unknown Linux GNU ABI 32 unknown GNU ABI 32. Why does this match nowhere? Ah, unknown. Ugh. Bloody unknown shit here from there. Okay, that is also. This is not so. MIP 64 T2 Linux to this GNU ABI and 32. This looks all reasonable. Why does this not work? I mean, I would say it also did it not? Probably did file that, right? It says MIP 64 release 2. And that is what that suspiciously said. So something... You could trace that and see... Although it will read both files. This is so strange. GNU ABI. What else do we have here? Okay, we have very little of this. Wait, we have here, why is this a little ABI use? Should this not? No, actually here we have ABI 64 into And there we have Mipsol, Sony, PSX, 032, but there's, why is there LLVM ABI name? Why is that another one then? Why is here some LVM lib name? And this matches really a lot. Here, and then good luck debugging where this is going and where it's getting lost, and opts ABI. MIP 64. Mipsel. What do we have here? Arch Mips. And should this not already come from so this inherits from this. Wait, there it was Linux GNU base options. I really hate wasting time like this for nonsense like this. Linux GNU base. What is this M count? Lots of stuff has it. There's feature soft load, but why would actually they support MIPS 1? Also wonderful, there should be 16, but LVM correctly tries omitting MIPS 2 sync instructions for Atomic. What installs it crashes Rusty, so we have to disable Atomic's API. So this is option target options. We have here CPU MIPS 1, CPU MIPS 4. Where should we put? Actually, do they have some ABI? Interesting, they don't have any ABI except LVM, LBI name. Why is this MIPS 64 EL? Has a Musel ABI. Target options, target options, ABI 64. Because it's not particularly interesting. Wait, why is here? Here's base CPU. Is the CPU definition there wrong? Do we base CPU? Where did I even hit? Here, this is target options. Why does the other have base CPU? Ah wait, here is lit mutable base, Super Linux Musel base, opts. What a mess. I mean, they have here ABI 64. Yeah, so one basically would need to... I mean, all the other stuff, did the other stuff not work? I mean, it must work in general or not. So what have we learned? That there is LVM target stuff. I don't have the highest hopes that this will fix something. Yeah, to summarize this, in my opinion, this is way too complex, way too error prone. GNU ABI and 32 features. Basically, we would have here in target LVM ABI name ends. What do we even? Yeah, GNU ABI and. The question is it now GNU ABI and 32? I believe. Okay, it's ABI. Wow, what a mess. Did I already modify that? Maybe not. I don't have the highest hope that this fixes anything substantial, probably not. We don't have Clang here. Usually I like to have Clang. So I only enable, I mean, I could for debugging enable Clang. I usually like to test then with Clang more what it generates. Let's see how many GNU ABI and 32 we find in this stuff. Here is actually this is the whole Clang Arch triplet unit testing thing. It's still building for magic regions. Why does it build so long? Don't tell me that fixed something. Does it really build that long? No, it's still building a native compiler. No, it's for sure will not fix much. It is just a testament of how large the sources are for that to build epic threadwork songs, all the stuff. So we probably should better understand ABI, either ABI and 32. Okay, that matches quite the same names. We should basically better figure out how this parsing of his target ABI and 32, for example, for LLD tests. Did it fail already? Of course it failed. Already 20. How long do we live stream? 1.5 hours. Yeah, quickly fix some IT stuff and then it's 20:30. I actually have to go as per usual. Did not yeah, so this is still the same there. So this of course didn't fix anything, because of course it doesn't fix. Where did I usually? Yeah, this was here. I did this out. I mean, it's probably a good check. It's most likely there is a chance that this would build if this ABI would match. Actually, you know what I then, because it's just so difficult to hook into with a debugger anywhere in this complex mess of gazillions of compilers, GCC, LVM, Rust, and all these micro dependencies and Rust core stuff to interact and so on, that it is easier to debug the good old-fashioned 70s and 80s style printf basic. Also, so next I would modify this file, check if it's even used, like cause a syntax error, check does it error out. Next, like if it is actually the right file, I mean it should be the right file being used, but it's nothing like starting with double and triple checking the most stupid things, like that the file is even used. Then, like if it's used, use as some ABI that's completely invalid and see if it actually errors out. And if it's not errored out, then it's, I mean, obviously not. It looks like it isn't really used on a first glance. I'm wondering a bit. Also, is it still maybe this is still the bloody native cross-compiler? Yeah, stage 1, stage 2. Thank you very much. Nothing like rebuilding Rust itself gazillion of time before you even find out that this stuff doesn't work. So, N30, wait, there was, I mean, we have an ABI name. There is Clang. Okay, this is Clanglib driver. So the ABI name should maybe N32. Also, this is actually GNU. Okay, here is actually some GNU. Here's this. Alright, this is some GNU toolchain. Here's some Linux. It's MIPS. Okay, so either if it is, so this is just passing that through. So okay, so internally they use ABI. Okay, here's ABI name. So maybe it should be N32. Is that what we had there initially? I'll, as per usual, I debug so long on this stuff. I'm amazed, and I start to forget what we actually had there. MIPS 64 and 32. I mean, there was ABI 64, so did I try N32? I mean, this did not work as I expected. No surprise. Actually, it only says also recurrently shitty error messages, or yeah, just ABI is incompatible. Recurring pro tip, freaking error messages, like print out the bloody combination of error messages, because I now need to check it anyway. So yeah, 64. It must be relocatable. I mean, it still has MIPS 64 R2 for I don't understand what reason, which I would believe should be the minimum of this being MIPS 4. Or maybe this, I mean, we delete the features. I mean, this should be empty and that should be CPU MIPS 4. I mean, I think the features could be negated, right? I mean, unless, of course I have to go. But so basically, plus features minus that just in case, also it's silly. And here maybe N32, but you would hope that it would have errored out otherwise anyway. Yeah, these other stuff's building. So yeah, as per usual, as too long as this is just a testament, and also this is actually malformed because of course at the end of the day I can't manually patch. What is GCC? What even? How many do we add now here? Recurring counting game. We added that and that. I didn't update that. So probably. Oh wait, here. Features is there. So one more, right? 16. I would hope. Oh wait, I had must be 7. Wait. So this is equal, and yeah, there's one more. So hopefully 17. Let's see. So at least this stuff is building. Yeah, so it's saving rejected file because it's too stupid to. What do we even do here? Maybe we should start that again. As per often, I want to go, and this stuff is keep failing on me. I wonder if ABI or is ABI 64. No, not crazy stuff. So MIPS 4 into features. Okay, here was actually features, so we can actually minus that. Or maybe this is but yeah, I mean the other thing it didn't anyway didn't have effect. The other one was LVM target, whatever. But yeah, probably this will fail again, and I will need to go meditate later. That is for this video. I have to go. As usual, would be amazing if you should like, subscribe. Maybe Patreon and YouTube or GitHub sponsorship or YouTube membership to support all this craziness of keeping the clock spinning, the Linux distribution running, and stuff cross-compiling for all the 30+ architectures that we crazily support like no other. Have a good day and night, and I hope you learned something, and see you soon for all the next crazy stuff to come.